epic love story involving one man's quest to win over his true love. He knew in his heart that it was their destiny to be together.
Josh and Ty crossed paths one night in Guelph, having been introduced by a mutual friend. They spent their night talking and promised to stay in touch. Later that night, after Ty had left, Josh told his friend he would marry Ty one day.
We also remember those that are not with us, and we know that they would smile in favor with what has happened this afternoon.
So do you remember with your white dress on? It was the end of December. Oh, but count the days till dawn. I never knew that I could love someone the way that I love you. I never knew that I could love someone.
Josh, today you're marrying Ty, and I couldn't be happier for you. You're marrying one of the kindest, most considerate people I've ever met. She's a wonderful person, she's smart, and so brave and fiercely loyal, and you're so lucky to have won her heart.
She's coming on Friday.
And she said, "Do you remember that guy, Joe?" I said, "Yeah, of course I do." Because I had never seen her with anyone the way she was with Josh. Even from that first night that they met, the way they would just stare at each other. And it was almost like they were in this bubble that no one else was allowed in.
The one I love. I never knew that I could love someone the way that I love you. I never knew that I could love someone the way that I love you. Yeah, I never knew that I could love someone the way that I love you. I never knew, I never knew.
Ty, I want to tell you a story. And like all stories, it starts out once upon a time. There was a mother, and that was me. This mother had two wonderful little girls, and I was very happy with them. And I found out I was pregnant and going to have another baby. So I prayed, "Lord, if it's your will, make it a little boy." And he did. I was the first to hold him in my arms. I looked at him and said, "Lord, make him like his father." And he did. He could drive tractors, load hay, curse, but unlike his father, he can fix almost anything. So I said, "Lord, make him like me. Loving, giving."
I never knew that I could love someone the way that I love you. I never knew that I could love someone.
And she's there, batting her eyes at this guy for the first time she had met him. And the chemistry was tangible, but I was so pissed off because I had come all this way just to see my friend, and she was way too distracted.
That I could love, that I could love someone. Oh, that you could love someone like me. Oh, that I could love, that I could love, that I could love someone like, that you could love someone like me.
Josh and I are so happy you could all be here today to celebrate with us. Words can't express how thankful we are for all of the help and support we received from family and friends to prepare this beautiful barn for a wedding. And you know, some of you have been here almost every day for weeks and weeks, and I originally wanted to prepare a list and thank everyone by name, and I thought about it, and the list would be so long I would have had to start before the ceremony, and I might have been ending maybe, I don't know, maybe before the fireworks if we were lucky. I want to thank you all. I can't even imagine. I love my family, and I love the family that I've married into. Yeah, the gardens, the farm, and decorations would not be as beautiful as they are without your help and support. I want to thank my family for their love and support. I am who I am today because of you. And sorry, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so happy, and this is wonderful. So some of my family has traveled from very, very far, and I'm so grateful that you could make it to share in our joy today. And I want to thank you so much for being here. To my new family, my in-laws, thank you for welcoming me into the family and making me feel right at home right from the beginning. I've been trying for months to think of how to properly thank my mother-in-law, Mary Ellen, and I don't know, all sorts of things came to mind, but I don't know how to thank someone for all of this love and support and seriously hard labor. I mean, if you look around here, I don't think I could ever thank you enough with simple words. I'll have to keep working on it. She's been truly amazing. Months of organizing, preparation, and hard labor to make the dream of the farm wedding a reality. And she's been a true weekend warrior, and more. None of this would be possible without her. And to my husband, that's my first time. That's so exciting. To my husband, you truly are my best friend and my partner in crime. And Josh, I promise to love and support you for your whole life, for our whole lives together. And I can't wait to start this new chapter and have many more adventures with you. Love you a lot. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Well, they always say if the guy gets the mic at the end, he might as well speak a bit. I'll go in a bit of reverse order. It was such a pleasure just to see so many friends and family come together and pull this dream in my head of having the wedding here. But it goes back to a conversation I had with Bubba quite some time ago. And she was mentioning how they had a very pleasant wedding for Ty's parents at their place. And she said, your parents have a farm, don't they? And that was just her way of just that subtle nudge of, you could get married to her, that would be okay. And at the farm, it wouldn't be so bad. With that little nudge in my mind, and with losing such a big void with my father passing away, it was one way to do something that he'd probably think was crazy, ridiculous, too expensive, a waste of time. Could have been field work, working with the cattle, anything or everything else. But really his passion that he incorporated the Woodisses, McFarlands, and rode by into this passion that, sadly to say, that we've picked up with some cows. But it goes back even further than that. When I went out to this wonderful little bar, which I remember, with a friend, and as soon as we went in, she waved to a girl, and I looked at her, and something caught my eye, and suddenly we found ourselves talking for the rest of the night. And the friend I was with needed to write down her number, and I, of course, pulled out my phone, said, put it in here. I'll make sure to pass that on. Of course, I did pass it on, but I did keep it in my phone. But later that night, I told the friend that we went out to the bar that one day that I'd make her mine. And she thought I was full of you know what, and I had my head up, you know what. But I have to say, it's been a long time coming, but I'm so happy and cherished to have you as my wife.
Are you gonna stand still so Meg can take a picture?
Josh and Ty, thank you so much for allowing me to come and videotape your wedding. I had so much fun editing it all together, and I really do hope that someday you'll be able to share this video with your children and maybe perhaps your grandchildren. I would also like to thank Ben Rector for producing such an amazing song. Thanks again.